Good morning, fellow Toastmasters.
Morning. Still morning.
Don't worry about it, okay? There is nothing wrong with my watch. Or it is not that I'm crazy, that I say good morning when it's already so dark outside. Yeah, we have a tradition, right? Which says good morning, which means a bright new day. Alright? So before I start my session, I would like to ask you all one question. How many of you all know my age? Anyone? Please keep quiet at the back. Anyone? 25. Okay, 25. Who else?
18.
18. How I wish I'm 18. Okay, I'll take the answer. 18. Anyone else?
30.
30. 20 what?
22.
How I wish I'm 22, 23. Okay, 18, 20, you know, that's amazing. 25, okay. They are all good answers, but they are wrong. Okay, no worries, it's okay. Why do I ask my age? I will tell you my age, of course, but at the end of the session. Deal? Okay? Okay, so I don't want the session to be passive. Can I get that? I don't want the session to be passive. When I ask you a question, you all reply with essential.
Essential.
Can we try that?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Essential.
Once more time.
Essential.
Thank you very much. Okay. So I'm here. I was at one point of my life. I really wanted to be on stage to speak, to give a speech to a group of people, right? But at the course of time, I was granted something else. I could not give a speech, I could not teach people, but I had to learn from all my audience, right? From whatever I've learned, I have taken all that and I have applied to my life until I am what I am today. Okay, so I would like to take all of you back to a journey with me, right? It is a flashback. Okay, I would like to tell you a little bit about myself. Back then when I was still a kid, just few years back, right? I was a kid who, in school, in university, not in school, I used to sit at the back of the room. I do not have friends, right? My circle of people are 3 kinds of people. 1, they are good in sports. 2, they are good in studies. Or 3, they have friends or girlfriends. Well, I was not even close to any of the 3.
For you. Okay.
As I grew up, I tried to study, but my studies was terrible. So my dad told me to work. My work was terrible.
So?
I tried to have a girlfriend. My relationship was terrible.
Wow.
My life was terrible. You know that, right? But over just a course of time, I jumped from being that Nitesh to standing and coaching in front of 500 people, being the District 87 champion. In just a short span of time. Yeah? It doesn't mean that I was born special or I was born with a silver spoon. Nothing of that sort. I heard someone talk about mindset over here.
Yeah.
Who spoke about mindset?
Yeah.
I love that topic. So I'm
Thank
going to
you.
quote you a little, it's okay, right?
Thank you.
So what exactly happened in that course of time? Right? In that course of time, I learned a lot. And I dreamed a lot. It came to one point of time where I actually got up from my bed. Right? I got up from my bed. I went to my mom. I told her, Mom, I had a dream. I had a dream that I was a speaker. And you know what was my mom's response? She said, that's amazing. Now go back to your dreams. She told me one thing. She said, you know, it is very rare to see people successful being speakers. In fact, it is very rare to see people successful nowadays. It is absolutely rare to see people successful and kind nowadays.
Yeah.
I was thinking, what is that word rare? Why is it used by so many people to describe successful people? Why are successful people different from us? I did a lot of research. I researched on Anthony Robbins, I researched on Michael Jackson, I researched on Richard Branson, I researched on my dad, my own dad. And I figured out something interesting. I figured out what Anthony Robbins eats. What he eats every day. Anyone knows? Can anyone tell me what he eats every day? Sorry?
Bread.
Bread. Look at him, he's so big and he eats bread. Good answer. Anyone else? Egg. Okay, that's acceptable looking at his size. Anyone else? Fish. Okay, yeah, he also eats fish. But one thing which he eats, do you know? One thing which he eats rice. He drinks water. And the best part is he has 24 hours a day.
So obvious.
Isn't that amazing? Thank you for laughing at my research.
Mind blowing.
But one thing I figured out from that is that what is the difference between him and me? He eats the same thing, drinks the same thing, have the same amount of time per day. And he is called successful and I'm called weird. Why is that? I realized that these kinds of people do not have any difference in the amount they eat, they drink, or whatever it is in their life with us. What makes them rare is their mindset. What makes them rare is the way they think, the way they perceive things. Right? So I have learned from all these people, I have applied it to my life, and I have summarized all of that into 3 points, which I will share with you all. Alright? So, what exactly happened in the span of time? Okay, by the way, you all still curious about my age, right?
Yes.
Be a little more curious, okay? Okay, point number 1. Yeah, point number 1. Before I begin, can anyone be honest over here who is already married? Please raise your hand. 1. Anyone else? 2. Amazing. 3. Only 3.
Married.
Okay. 4 couples over here. Not 4 people already married. Who over here have a partner? Boyfriend, girlfriend.
My pillow.
The only one I was expecting was Toastmaster Nana at the back. Okay, who? Please raise your hand. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, good. Who thinks they have a partner?
Things.
I do things.
You think you have a partner, right? Like what he said in my dreams.
Yeah.
It's valid. It's valid.
Yeah, it's
All right.
valid.
Okay, for all of you who is already married and have a partner, please join me in one exercise. Put your hands up, like this. Put your hands up. Come on, don't worry, I'm not going to do anything weird to you. Put your hands up and put it like this. Yeah, because I'm going to say something very bad about all of you. I'm kidding, please put it down. Okay? So what happened was, one day, right, I found one couple, right? I was on the way to one Toastmasters meeting. I was driving my car and I saw one couple, 2 of them in the road. What were they doing? The girl was slapping the guy. The guy was like, why do I even live? And you know what that girl said after that? You did not call me today. Because of that, I did not eat. And because I did not eat, I could not survive the day. I could not take care of my shop. I could not take care of my dog. Don't you think that's annoying?
Yes.
How many of you know those kinds of people? Say Essential.
Essential.
Thank you. Yeah, Essential is full of, Anyways, yeah. Don't you think so? Those kinds of people are annoying.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. But at that point, I got a sudden realization. At times, we are that annoying. Did you realize that? At times, we are that annoying. Our teacher is bad, he cannot teach. Business is bad, economy is bad, the lecturer is bad, our parents is bad, my boyfriend is bad, my husband is bad. The world is bad. We hear those kinds of things every day in our lives. How many of us have actually realized what is going on with us? Have we ever thought, what is it that is going on inside us that makes all these things very bad? I realized one thing. One day, I was playing with a pet dog in my cousin's house. Yeah. Anyone of you here who have a pet will know that we can tease them very easily. We can make them angry easily. We can make them happy easily. We can make them run off the house also very easily. Right? If I give him food, he will be happy. If I play with him, he will be happy. If I scream at him, although he's a dog, he will get disappointed. The question is, dogs, they are not born with any sort of intelligence. What about us humans? We are blessed. We are so blessed with what we call intelligence that we know how to respond to situations. But sometimes we just don't use it. I personally, I don't use it at all. I don't realize that I am the one who is in charge of my own life. Because I let people, circumstances, events decide how I should feel. Point number one is to realize that we are the ones who are creating our own life. We are the one who are in charge of how we live our life. Anyone agree? Say essential.
Essential.
I'll tell you one story. All right. Before I went for district contest, right? Before I flew to Kuching, 2 days before I was supposed to fly, I got a call from the immigration department. You know what they say? I'm sorry, Mr. Nitesh, we cannot issue your passport. 2 days before I was supposed to fly, my passport could not be issued. When I went to the immigration department, you know what they told me? It's okay, it will be done in a few weeks' time with some more payment. And if you know the person inside, and I'm supposed to fly in 2 days, amazing. I have never felt that amazing in my life. If I was to realize that as something that can stop me, I would have stopped. I would have not approached that person. I would just have let it go. People in Kuching were already saying that Nitesh Gianchandani from Jakarta is not coming. They were saying that I was not coming. But what happened? I went to the immigration department on the day I was supposed to fly, of course with some few more money, and going to the office 30 minutes before the office opens. Yeah, I got the passport back. And I had to book the ticket that day itself, which cost a bomb. Right? If I was to see that as an obstacle, if I was to see that as something that can stop me, if I was not in control of my life, I would see that as an obstacle and I would not have gone. But what happens? When I was on stage in Kuching as a district participant from Indonesia, you know what was the question? Before you can serve others, master yourself first. And you know what I spoke about? What happened in the immigration department? And guess who won first place? So I realized at that point that it is essential. It is essential to be the controller of our own life. I love one quote given by Jim Dean. He says like this: I cannot control the wind where it wants to go, but what I can control is my sails. Right? We cannot control people, we cannot control circumstances, we cannot control events. But what we can control is how we perceive those events. What I did was, from that day itself, whenever I got angry, I say, I chose to get angry. Whenever people disappoint me, I chose to say, I chose to be disappointed. Whenever people make me sad or happy, I said, I chose. Anyone agrees? Say essential? Essential. Second point. I was supposed to have my projector going on, but anyways, it's okay. It's better to speak like this. Second point, right? This is a point which has changed my whole life. My whole life. I remember that time when I first entered Toastmasters. Who remember their first day in Toastmasters? Who is having their first day in Toastmasters today? Raise your hand. Don't you think so? These bunch of people are weird? Don't worry, it's only between us. Because when it was my first day in Toastmasters, I felt these bunch of people are weird. Right? They talk to themselves, they evaluate themselves, they laugh themselves, they serve each other. Come on, man. But what I realized was that I saw one trophy. Right? I saw the trophy in Jakarta Toastmasters. I'm from ADC, by the way. I saw that trophy and I was like, I really, really wanted that trophy. Right? So, I remember that time it was the international speech contest. It was last year, right? And I was the first timer standing among some of the best speakers I've ever seen. Yeah, and I'm not so old, by the way. Right? Standing amongst these people, of course, to cut it short, I won the trophy. Right? I won the first place and I went to area level. But what happened with the trophy? Right? Any trophy over here? There. Yeah. See this trophy, right? Isn't it amazing? First ever trophy in my life. I went to my house. I kept it in my room. Anyone want to see? Can I see your trophy? See, no touch. A quarter of my room was used just to keep that small trophy. Can you believe it? First day. First day. Second day. Oh, okay, there's a trophy. It's clean. I left it. My brother came to me, can I see it? Do it whatever you want. The third day, okay, there's a trophy. It looks nice in my room. I went for a shower. The fourth day, can someone please take this away? I was so bored of the trophy that I literally put it in my warehouse. Right? I was already looking forward for the next trophy.
Yeah.
Right? The next contest was after international. What contest was it supposed to be? Humorous and evaluation. A lot of good Toastmasters over here, yeah? It was humorous and evaluation. A division participant. I reached division in international. As a humorous speaker, of course, I wanted more. Right? I wanted more. You know what happened? I did not even make it to the top 3. A division participant not making it to the top 3. Do you think I felt sad or I felt happy? Sad. I felt terrible, man. Come on, I did not win another trophy. I was relying my happiness on this piece of metal. Right? When I got bored with one, I want more. I got another one, I want more. I got another one, I want more. The question is, until when will it last? What if I do not get it? What if I did not win that silverware? What if I do not get that money which will make me happy? What if I do not get that girl who will make me happy? What if I do not buy that house that will make me happy? What if I don't have that dream career that will make me happy? What will happen to me? Do you know those kinds of people? Do you know those kinds of people? Say essential. People out there, right? I would say myself as well. I realized that I was tying my happiness on a piece of silver. I was tying my happiness on a piece of paper. I was tying my happiness on a building. I was tying my happiness on someone, on a person. How many of us have heard that she made me sad, she made me disappointed? I love her so much that without her, I can die. Have you heard that kind of statement?
Yes. Essential.
Right? What if that person dies?
Blame that girl.
Blame that girl, right? Not in control of their life. All right, man, I understand. Okay? We are tying our happiness on something that will not last. I was tying my happiness on something that will not last. Bob Marley once said, okay, a very legendary singer, he once said that money equals to numbers, and numbers never quiet. Unlimited never ends. Number never ends. If we tie our happiness, if our search for happiness is tied on money, our happiness will also because it never ends. Our search will also never end. So I realized such an important topic that I have to be happy with where I am right now. I remembered one story, alright, when after I won the district contest in Malaysia, right, my phone bloated. I got like 1,000 messages. I mean, come on, district champion, right? When I get back to Jakarta, I was a celebrity. What happened was I got 1,000 messages, but I was expecting message only from one person. You know who she is. I was expecting a message only from one person, and out of the 1,000 congratulations that I get, I was scrolling. Where's this person? Where's this person? Did I find that person?
I don't know.
You know my love story so well, is it?
From the next person.
I was getting 1,000 congratulations, 1,000 love from the people around me, my family, my friends, my colleagues. They would say, congratulations, we are so proud of you. You have made Indonesia proud. But just because one person did not message me, even after winning district between 3 countries, yeah, I won district just because one person did not congratulate me. I felt terrible. I felt so bad. I was tying this happiness, I was tying it on a person who I don't know cares about me. Do we know these kinds of people?
Essential.
Essential?
Essential.
Are we like that? Are we like that? It is not for you to answer to me, it is for you to reflect on your own. Right? But that point, that was the realization for me. I have always expected this person to make me happy. This person to wish me. Without that person, I would feel so bad. Without that money, I would feel so bad. Without that house, without that car, I would feel terrible. And that's what I decided. Why don't I just be happy today? Why don't I just be happy right now? If you think about it, why do we want that house? Why do we want that money? Why do we want to be that kind of person? With that person, why is that? It is not because we wanted that house or that person or the money. We wanted the happiness that we will feel if we are with them. Am I right or am I right?
Right.
Essential?
Essential.
We don't want those things. We want the happiness we will feel when we are with those things. So why don't we be happy right now? Why not just go for the shortcut and just be happy? Because we all think that happiness is the destination when happiness should be the path. Happiness should not be the destination, happiness should be the path. And that was what I practiced before I went to coaching. In the quarantine room, right? In the quarantine room, if you all have ever been in a table topics contest, you would have known that the participant will be taken to the quarantine room. Right?
Yes.
The quarantine room when the first speaker or second speaker is speaking. How many of you have ever been in a table topics contest? Yeah? Okay. You were supposed to be taken to a quarantine room, and that was the most stressful room I've ever been in.
Yes.
Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Right? You will see people sitting in the corner just not knowing what to do. You will see people looking for drinks when they are not thirsty. You will see people trying to have small talks just to throw away their nervousness. You will see people acting cool as if they are not nervous. I was one of them, by the way. That is the most stressful room you will ever be in your whole life, especially district. Right? Especially district. And that was when I realized that this person, these people, they were relying their happiness on that piece of silverware. That is why they were nervous. That is why they were scared. That is why they were tensed. What if I did wrong? What if I did this? What if I did that? What if I screwed up? What if I said something wrong? What if the audience hates me? But at one point, I was just calm. I was like, I'm so grateful that I'm here in Kuching as the representative from Jakarta. Right? Yeah. Okay? And that was where we realized that happiness is the balance. Third, there is one story which I would like to share with you all. It was when I was still a kid. Alright? There is this one holy saint in the Indian culture. Right? Indian culture. His name is Swamiji. We call him Swamiji. Long beard and orange robe. Have anyone seen any of those? In the movies or anywhere? You know? Me and some of my, when I was still in my mom's womb, my mom would go to that kind of people, that kind of Swamiji, and was asked only one question. You know what is the question? Swamiji, what is the job that will make my son rich? The question was scary, the answer was even scarier. He said, your son will be a really good dancer. Have you ever felt so terrified in my life? In your life? I felt so scared even before I was born. So all my life, I was confronted to either be a dancer or a doctor. Why? Doctor earns a lot. But at one point, I realized that because being a doctor, I was given a chance to be a speaker, full-time speaker. Right? What did I choose? Earns a lot of money, gives me happiness. I realized one thing, that my mission in this world is to make this world a better place. Who agrees with me? Essential. Our mission in this world is to make this world a better place. How is that? By serving others. By serving our fellow members, serving our parents, serving everyone we can meet. Making them better off after meeting us. But how many times we can actually hear, I don't have that much resources to help. I don't have that much time. I don't have that much money. Quite often. Right? Do you know that we are given one gift that we can use to serve others? Can anyone tell me? Time?
Eagerness to serve.
Eagerness to serve. That's a wonderful answer. We are given what people call as passion. If you ask any self-development coach, including myself, right, how to succeed, they will say never give up, always keep learning, right, and a lot of things, a lot of other things. But tell me one thing. If you are doing something that you don't like, and you are told to never give up, you are doing something, you keep on failing, and you hate doing that, will we keep going on? Will we keep going on? If we are told to continuously learn about something we hate, do we want to do that?
No, we don't.
But then how can we be successful?
Find
I have
the
to,
true passion.
yes?
Find the true passion.
Find true passion. I realized that while I was being a marketing, while I was working in a garment factory, I failed miserably. But when I am a speaker, even when people don't tell me, I would learn. Even if people don't support me, I would do it behind their back. When I fail, I would give up. Not because I'm doing it for the money, not because I'm doing it for the recognition, but because I'm doing it for my own happiness. It is very selfish. It is very selfish. But that is why we do it. Richard Branson. Anyone knows Richard Branson, my uncle? Big Tony, my gym instructor. Tony Robbins.
Yeah.
Why do you think they did what they did? Virgin Airlines, right? Passion. Virgin Airlines by Richard Branson served a lot of people through their airlines. Anthony Robbins served a lot of people through his motivational speeches. Nitesh Gianchandani served a lot of people by blabbering a lot. But I realized that when I found my mission, someone who is doing their passion, something that they really, really love. The objective is how the quality of the lives of people will change. And it is not anymore about the money or the recognition. Money, recognition, fame becomes a bonus at the end of the day. Who agrees with me? Essential. So I did all that. I realized that I was the creator of my life. I realized that happiness is the path. And I also realized that we have to serve our mission. That I went from nothing to where I am today. A district champion. I'm a full-time speaker. I'm a self-development coach. I'm releasing my book this year. All at the age of 19.
What?
Surprised?
Well, close enough, yay.
I am still 19. It's okay. It's okay.
Do I win the prize?
Well, our prize is after this.
Okay.
So what am I to say? Does it sound impossible?
No.
You are saying no, but everyone else was saying it was impossible before it was done.
Yes.
Before I did it, 19-year-old, you're facing 55 years old people, 55 years old CEOs, doctors. I was standing amongst those kinds of people in Kuching. Richard Gontusan, the past district governor, told me after the contest that it is rare to find people like you. I am finally rare. I finally realized what rare is. But who cares? Because it took that. It takes rareness to be successful. Then I dared to be rare. I dared to be rare because it is good to be rare. You know what's the good news? You know what's the good news? So is every one of you. Each and every one of you is born to be rare. Each and every one of you is born to be unique, to be happy, to create your own life, and to follow your passion and be very successful in serving people. If I can, as a 19-year-old, who people think is still very young, if I can, so can all of you. The question is only one. Do you dare to be rare?
Essential.
The last statement from me, please clap your hand, please. I'm going to close it like this. Okay, I'm going to close it with a quote which I made myself. After I won everything, I went to my family members. They told me just one thing. What are you trying to prove? Are you trying to prove us wrong? My answer to them was, I am not here to prove you wrong. I'm here to prove you right. My intuition, my mission, my passion, whatever my heart was saying, I am proving it right. And it's proven. Because one thing, your heart, your intuition, your mission in life will never, ever. Thank you.
I seriously don't know how to say right now. I'm very speechless. 19 years old guy. Is speaking like that standing.